Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I am assuming that you are familiar with the Wagner Group. That is the private military contracting company in Russia. Or, let's cut the crap, military mercenary group in Russia, right? The ones that commit crimes in the name of the evil Putin. The evil Putin. Okay, we got that settled now. Now that we gave you that, let's go and see if you're familiar with the MOZART private military company or contracting company. Are you familiar with it? MOZART. Remember the guy? Mozart? Okay, so Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart versus Richard Wagner. Now, obviously, Richard Wagner was one of, may I say it, and I will, Adolf Hitler's favorite composers. All right? So, in this case, who is Mozart? Mozart, who is, what is it? What's this military, they call it contractor, private military contractor, blah, blah, blah. Mercenary group, okay? But it's on the other side. It's one that fights for Ukraine. So let's see who's who, what's what. I will not get into Wagner because you should already know what the Wagner group is. Let's go and see who Mozart group is. So the Mozart, whatever group, is a private security company operating in Ukraine during 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine. The Mozart Group is composed of Western volunteers with military experience and provides military training, civilian evacuations and rescue, and humanitarian aid distribution. So far, angels. Wagner, devils. It was founded in mid-March by, remember this name, Andrew Milburn. Mill, like a mill, windmill, burn, burning. A retired US Marine colonel, deputy commander of Special Operations Command Central, who also serves as the head of Mozart Group. The name of the group was chosen as a witty reference and counterpoint to the Russian mercenary. So they're the opposite of the mercenaries. These are the angels of the devils, the antithesis. Wagner Group, both groups thus being named for German-speaking composers. I wonder why. A rescued dog named Richie serves as the group's mascot. How sweet. I'm pretty sure the Wagner Group's mascot is the Cerberus. You know Cerberus? The Cerberus is the three-headed devil, whatever, creature that was at the gates of Hades in the ancient Greek mythology. The three-headed creature, dog, I think it was, the dog, but with the lions, pawns and all that in the Hades. So Wagner has that one. This guy just have a puppy because they're the good dudes. Okay, aww, how sweet. All right. Let's see what Mr. What was his fucking name is? Sorry. Andrew Milburn. Let's see what happened here. I have an article that comes from USSA News. I know it's not CNN, it's not MSNBC, it's not Wall Street Journal. So this is just, but it's also a video, I think, on YouTube where this guy Milburn will say certain things about Ukraine that are not very, how should I put it, positive. So, video. Head of Mozart Group says, fucked up people running Ukraine. Corrupt, fucked up society. Posted on December 27th, 2022 by Constitutional Nobody. Well, you check that out for me, okay? Now, in November, Andrew Milburn retired US Marine Colonel, Deputy Commander of Special Operations Command Central, who created the Mozart Group PMC, gave an interview on YouTube. I have some friends that watched it, right? If you watch that leftist guy, Jimmy Dore, you remember that Jimmy Dore? He's a comedian that got really cock-burned by his leftists, and then he said, oh fuck, I got red-pilled. And now he's telling kind of a different story about his old friends. So you can watch his show, one of his shows, the Jimmy Dore, okay? And you can find out certain things. He's got Max Blumenthal as a guest over there, and they discuss exactly this Mr. Milburn Andrew, okay? In November, Andrew Milburn, retired US Marine Colonel, Deputy Commander of Special Operations Command Central, who created the Mozart Group PMC, gave an interview on YouTube. In the 2 hours long interview, he provided a lot of interesting details of his military experience, including in Ukraine. He also described his attitude towards the countries he came to, quote-unquote, protect against the Russian invaders. I am, right now, quoting Mr. Milburn. A corrupt, fucked up society. I'm not a big fan of Ukraine. Ukrainians violate the Hague Convention. They should not film their crimes on videos. He doesn't say they should not commit crimes. They should not film them, so as not to attract the attention of the media. Yes, Ukrainians are violating. They film a number of things they do with prisoners of war, violating the law on military conflicts. Guys, the murder of Russian prisoners, a common thing. It's not, I'm continuing to quote, it's not my words, YouTube. It's not about Ukraine. It had the Ukrainian flag tied to my bag, but I'm not. Oh my God, Ukraine is so awesome. No, cause fucked up people are running Ukraine. So, however, the conclusion he made is that Putin is to be blamed. Got that? Okay, now we have Andrew Milburn, who leads the group of American mercenaries, including those deployed in Bakhmut, earlier claimed that members of his quote-unquote humanitarian group cannot stay the city because they are being targeted by Russian missiles. As the name suggests, Mozart Group was intended as a counterpoint to Wagner, both geniuses, German geniuses, but was unable to provide decent opposition to the Russian PMC. One thing here that I have to tell you about this is that, you see, these guys are seen as the angels and the other guys are seen as the devils. Whatever your opinion and information is regarding this, remember this. I'm going to go back a little bit in time. The counterpart of CIA, Central Intelligence, right, agency, is KGB. You got that? Okay, KGB. Now, why is it a counterpart? Because they deal with the same shit. All right, that means protecting, providing information, distorting information, destroying the enemy's cells of information, and counter information. Okay, that's their job. It's like you say, well, you're a good football player, but you're not a football player, but you are part of a football team. No, if you're part of a football team, there's the same rules for both of them. So when you say CIA, and you say, oh my God, KGB is the bad dudes, CIA are the good dudes. You know why? Because CIA supposedly protects us from everybody else, as KGB protects them against everybody else. All right? Mozart Group protects us, or works for this side of the war. Wagner protects or fights for this group, this side of involved in the fight. They use the same methods. If you think that Wagner Group is just a ruthless mercenary, that might be, and you think that Mozart is a Paganini, I don't know, whatever, no. No. Why? For the reason I just enumerated or mentioned. They are dealing with the same thing. Prostitute in America is the same as a prostitute in Russia. They fuck or get fucked for money. Okay? You can say, oh, our prostitutes are a little bit cleaner. Might be cleaner, but they're still prostitutes. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.